Other headline here tonight, President Trump wasting no time in advancing his promise to deport undocumented immigrants. The Pentagon today said that it started to deploy 1,500 active duty troops to help secure the southern border. And then the new Justice Department memo here threatening criminal charges against state and local officials who don't cooperate with federal immigration agents, leaving many asking, what does that mean for sanctuary cities like New York? We have team coverage here tonight. Allie Bauman has more on how migrants are reacting. Let's begin with Dick Brennan on that new DOJ directive and what it means for the city.
It's a challenge for us right now because there's a lot of hostile threats coming out of Washington, but we have to be prepared to do what's right.
Tonight, Governor Hochul reacting to a series of orders and directives from the Trump administration, including one from the Department of Justice aimed at sanctuary cities like New York, threatening to prosecute local officials who don't cooperate with raids by federal immigration agents or ICE.
Sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want. More agents in the communities, more people arrested, more collaterals arrested. So that's a game they want to play. Game on.
Sanctuary city laws put legal limits on how local law enforcement can cooperate with federal immigration authorities, and they've been repeatedly upheld by the courts.
The 10th Amendment protects states' rights to govern. And what Trump is trying to do is interfere with a state's right to govern. And that, I don't think, will pass muster with this Supreme Court.
The Department of Homeland Security said that ICE agents will be allowed to go into schools and churches to carry out operations. That's a reversal of a Biden administration policy that made those places off limits. But the sign on the door of this Upper West Side church made its policy for all to see. It says ICE and Homeland Security cannot enter without a warrant signed by a judge.
Well, we put up that sign about a week ago, and in anticipation of the shift of administration, just wanting to be clear to everyone.
Tonight at the town hall meeting in Corona, Queens, Mayor Adams said he understands the anxiety in the immigrant community.
We are very clear. Children should go to school. Those who need health care should go to hospitals. Those who are involved in any type of interaction where they're victims of a crime, they should speak to the law enforcement agencies. We have maintained that over and over again, and we're going to continue to stand up for all New Yorkers, documented and undocumented.
The mayor's office also says that federal immigration authorities should be focused on the small number of people who come here and commit violent crimes. On the West Side, Dick Brennan, CBS News, New York.
While the mayor is stressing that the focus is on deporting migrants who have committed violent crimes, the DOJ's directive and president's executive orders have many families fearing what's next. Allie Bauman introduces us to one of them.
We went to Central Park the last time.
Ibrahim Asso has been in New York for 2 years. He migrated from West Africa with his daughter and wife, pregnant at the time with their second daughter, fleeing the female genital mutilation practices at home.
We feel like America is the best place, the best safe place in the world.
While So has applied for asylum and a work permit, he worries his family could now be at risk of detention or deportation by ICE agents.
When you are a stranger in a country, you have a new president that, trying to target the aliens. Everybody's worried about that, I think.
One of the main questions that we are getting, not only from asylum seekers, but just immigrants and undocumented people that have been here for years, is are they going to come after us?
Power Malu has been helping to connect migrants with legal services since thousands started getting bused to New York in 2022. Now he's trying to prepare them in case they're approached by ICE.
I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents.
Which includes handing out these scripts asserting Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights.
Arming them with enough information, but we still don't know what's going to happen when it's all said and done.
The Midtown church they operate out of now has a sign on its door warning ICE and Homeland Security are not permitted.
While New York is a sanctuary city, the edict from the DOJ to charge local officials who do not cooperate with federal immigration agents is leaving many migrants here uncertain about what the governor and mayor will do.
Unfortunately, I cannot trust that this mayor is going to uphold sanctuary city laws because he's in a very vulnerable position.
In the meantime, Ibrahim Asso is trying to keep his head down and his hopes up that his family may stay in Manhattan.
Yeah, I feel like I'm home.
Allie Bauman, CBS News, New York.
And also tonight, there's new reaction from the Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of New York. The organization says it stands in solidarity with immigrants who have come to make New York their home. In a statement, the executive director said in part, certain proposed policies and anticipated actions are unacceptable and not in accord with our Catholic values, nor with the best values of our nation. Adding, threats of shock and awe to create fear and anxiety do not accord with our belief in the dignity and sanctity of the human person. A bill named in honor of a nursing student who was murdered by an undocumented immigrant is on the verge now of becoming law. Earlier today, the House gave final approval to the Laken-Riley Act, sending it to the president now for his signature. The bill requires federal authorities to detain migrants accused of theft and violent crimes. It would also give states the power to legally challenge federal immigration policies. The bill's passage sparking now mixed reactions on Capitol Hill.
Now have a willing partner in the Senate that actually wants to confront real problems facing families so that you don't have more Laken-Rileys.
If a person is so much as accused of a crime, if someone wants to point a finger and accuse someone of shoplifting, they will be rounded up and put into a private detention camp and sent out for deportation without a day in court.
Last year, a jury in Georgia convicted a Venezuelan man who was in the country illegally of killing 22-year-old Laken-Riley. And we told you last night about the Trump administration's effort to end DEI initiatives. Tonight, sources tell us the jobs of hundreds of federal workers in the tri-state area are in limbo. And that includes employees at the Army Corps of Engineers, Housing and Urban Development, and also the Environmental Protection Agency. The president has ordered every federal agency to submit a list of DEI employees by Thursday and identify potential terminations by next week. Now, we do know that there is a lot to sort through here, and there will be ongoing questions about changing policies. We will continue to be in our communities and finding out what all of this means to you. You can find all of our reporting on Trump's first 100 days online at cbsnewyork.com.